it's Amelia bringing you another Microsoft Word video. In this video, I'll show you how to set tabs easily using the horizontal ruler. Let's get started. Word has a vertical and horizontal ruler which helps to align all kinds of things in your document like text, graphics, and more. Now, you should see the ruler on the top of your screen, but for some reason, if it's not showing, what you would do is you would click on the View tab and then just click on the box for ruler and make sure that box is checked. So I have a sample document open to show you an example of 3 different types of tabs that you could set up. I have a right tab set up in 1.5 location on the ruler, and the right tab is symbolized by a backward L, and the right tab would allow you to align text according to the right edge of the text. And then at 2 3/4 on the ruler, I have a left tab set up, and the left tab is symbolized by an L. At around 5.5 inches, I have a decimal tab, which is symbolized by an upside down T with a decimal point. And that's handy if you want to align numbers according to the decimal point. So the way you would set up tabs is through, on the left of the horizontal ruler, is this tab selector icon here on the left, which shows you the different types of tabs. So to show you how to set up the tabs, I'm going to switch over and open up a new document. So this is an empty document, and I'm going to set up the document that you just saw. It's good to know at the beginning, sort of like keep in mind where you would want the tabs along your ruler in setting up your columns. So on the left of the horizontal ruler, there's this tab selector icon, and right now an L is showing, and that's a left tab. And if I click again, it will change to an upside down T, which is a center tab. I'll click once more, and now it changed to a backward L, which is a right tab. And now I clicked again, and it changed to a upside down T with a dot, which is a decimal tab. And once more, and now it changed to a vertical line, which is a bar tab. Now those are all the different types of tabs, but if I click again, you're going to see this upside down triangle. And that upside down triangle is actually the first line indent. The first line indent would control the indentation of the first line, say in a paragraph. And I'm going to click once more, and this particular symbol, this triangle, is the hanging indent. So that would control the hanging indent inside of a paragraph. Now this particular little square down at the bottom actually controls the indentation if you wanted to push your whole entire paragraph over. It used to be called the all lines indent, and now they have changed that, I noticed, to just say left indent. So getting back to the tabs, the first tab that I want to set up is a right tab, and I want to set up the right tab at about 1.5 inches. So first I have to click to select my right tab, which is this backward L, and then click on the ruler where I would like that tab. Next, I want to set up a left tab at around 2 3/4, so I want to switch to a left tab here, which is going to be a capital L, and I click on the ruler where I want to set that up, which would be right around here. And finally, I want to set up a decimal tab at around, we'll make it around 5.5, so I click in my tab selector area here until I see the decimal tab symbol, and then I click on the ruler. So now I have my 3 tabs set up. So now I'm going to enter in some information so you could see how the different tabs work. So in order to take advantage of this right tab, I have to press the tab key, and let me just go ahead and type some information. And as you can see, it's pushing the text to the left since it's set up as a right tab. So I'm going to hit the tab again. The next title is going to be the word item, and I'll hit tab again, and the last column is going to be price. So I'm going to go ahead and press enter twice and then hit the tab again and enter my first category and press tab and enter my first item. and press tab and enter my price. And I'll type another longer item here. And press tab again and enter the price. So that's an example of when you would use, say, a right tab, a left tab, and a decimal tab. The center tab works in the similar fashion, except using the center tab would center the items in that column, and so on and so forth. So I want to go over a couple more things about the tabs. To move a tab, what you would do is just drag the tab along the ruler. But the important thing is, first you want to select the text that you want to take effect for that tab change. So in this case, I want to actually select all the information because it's going to apply to everything. So I want to move this left tab over a little bit, and I want to make it around 2.5. So that's all there is to that. And I'm going to set up one more tab here so you could see how to delete. I'm just going to go ahead and click the center tab. And let me go ahead and add that here. So to remove a tab or delete a tab, all you have to do is drag it off of the ruler like this, and it disappears. So when adding or changing any tabs, just remember that will only affect the selected text, or if you're sitting on a particular line, it would only affect that line. So if I happen to be sitting on this particular line and I move the left tab over, it would only affect that particular line. I'm just going to press Control Z to undo that. So in conclusion, setting tabs up via the horizontal ruler can save you lots of time versus the other method, which is through the ribbon bar. And personally, I love to set up the tabs through the ruler. I hardly ever set up the tabs through the ribbon pull down menu, but just in case you're interested, the way you would get there would be to click the layout tab in the ribbon, and it used to be page layout in previous versions of Word, and then from the layout tab in the paragraph group, you click on this little arrow to open up the paragraph dialog box, and then on the bottom you would click here on tabs, and then the tabs dialog box opens. And the way you would set up the tabs through this dialog box is, now it already has tab stops because I was sitting in a particular line where the tabs are already set, but normally it would be blank if you didn't have any custom tabs set up. So you'd have to enter in the particular measurement, and then you choose the type of tab you want, and down here are your dot leaders. So if you have something like a right tab, you could select, I usually use like number 2, which will put the little dots in, so that when you hit the right tab, it gives you your dots, and then you can put your page numbers in. That's if you're doing a manual table of contents, but I like to use the automatic table of contents. I have a separate video on that. So once you set up your custom tab, your measurement, and you select your type of tab, you just click set. You can set more than one, and then when you're finished, you would click OK. And then you would see all the symbols on your ruler. But honestly, if you want to just set up a tab, to me it's easy enough to just use the ruler, click on the type of tab here on the left, and then just click on the ruler up here. Now, again, if you have existing text set up in your document and you realize later that you want to set a tab, that could be done. You just have to make sure that you select your existing text and then add or change the tab in the ruler. So that's it for today's video. I hope you found this helpful. Please feel free to leave a comment below. I'll be happy to answer any questions. And if you like this video, please click like. If you like my channel, please click subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.